Okay, I was going to say ladies and gentlemen, we'll just say gentlemen, thanks for coming to the Adversity Press Conference. Fight night is on 20th of November here at Raton Meadows. Headline fight, everyone have the phones off there please. Headline fight is for the British Super Bantamweight title between West Raton's Martin Ward and Liverpool's James Jazza Dickens. We've got the cream of the crop of the North East talent on the undercard, some great debutants on there and some other guys coming through. But before we start with the questions, Martin Ward, can I ask the first one there?
Go on, get it out of the way.
Former Commonwealth champion, former world title challenger, now going for a new weight, first title at Super Bantamweight. How are you ahead of the contest?
Yeah, everything's bang on schedule. I mean, we've done nothing different than most times out and about, and everything's bang on track. And come 20th of November, we'll be ready to rock and roll, get the title won and keep it here in the North East. That's the plan anyway.
Guys, go on, Roy. Kenny, we'll start off with Roy.
Start off with me. That's a very
yeah.
Martin, you've had a couple of title chances already, which Phil's alluded to. But what do you think this will be different from sort of your previous attempts at British title and the world title?
I'm going to win this one. Nothing really different, to be honest, Roy. Just obviously a different opponent, and he brings a lot to the table. Does Jazza? He's a decent fighter. I know him quite well, and that's. But I mean, a title fight's a title fight. There's a lot of pressure in all title fights. There's a lot of pressure in all fights because you want to win them all. But I mean, I'll just take them in stride like I always do, and hopefully on the 20th of November I'll perform to the best I can, and that'll be good enough to win the British title this time. Where
do you rate them among the guys you've fought a lot of good guys already? Your Nappers, Boots, Haskins, etc. Where do you rate them and the guys you've fought so far?
He's probably going to be, if not the best one I've ever fought. He's got to be. He's in the top 2 or 3 anyway. If he's not number 1, but I'm pretty sure he can say the same about me. He's only boxed Kid Galahad, who he got knocked out of, and he boxed Josh Whale for the British title, who, in all fairness, I think I would absolutely destroy Josh Whale. So I mean, Jazza's a good kid, and he brings a lot to the table. But I think he'll be saying the same about me. So the North East fans in for a very, very big treat on the 20th.
Is home advantage important? You mentioned the fans there, but having every shot of yours achieved, will that be important, do you think, on the night?
Yeah, I think it will be important, because I do think it's going to make a difference having a home advantage, because it's, like I said, it's a genuine 50-50 contest. Well, I think I'll have that little bit more in the tank, and the fans will give me a little bit more, and that'll be enough to take that belt off them.
That's great stuff. Now we can go down across the table here now. If we start at the end there, we've got Hartlepool's Mr. Peter Cope, who had his opponent named and pulled out the weekend, so still waiting for a replacement there at the moment. How is things going ahead of preparation there, Peter?
Yeah, good. I'm just, like I say, I'm just waiting for a new opponent now. We pulled out on Saturday. I was due to face Richard Bartley from Scotland. Would have been an argument, so just have to see what we can work out.
So that's 2 attempted fights you had, because there was going to be a fight with Jordan Ellison as well, wasn't there?
Yeah,
there was talk of it anyway.
Yeah, that's not on either, so I don't know yet.
But you've been in the game long enough now, you know these things happen, so it's just...
Yeah, it's only next Friday now, so I'll just stick with my training, and training's done now anyway, really, so see what I get.
Great stuff. And then next on the table we've got Dave Binns. Dave Binns, you got, is it 2 or 3 fighters on the show?
Three now, at the moment.
So obviously you've got Darren on the show making his debut.
Yes.
You've got Johnson McNumfar and Warren Baster, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
And how's everything going in preparation? Obviously Johnson and Warren can't make it here today. Darren's going to get his chance to have his say in a moment there. So how's the preparation going with the other 2 guys?
But no, everything's going okay, touch wood, and say we're a week away from it. Most of the work's done now, and everybody's looking well. So hopefully things keep on track. We'll have a good night next Friday.
Great stuff.
Looking good.
Thanks, Dave. Next time we've got Jordan King. Jordan's at 5-0 your 6th fight.
Exactly.
So hometown fight. You're going to have plenty of support there.
Aye.
Good stage of your career now. Obviously you're looking towards, going towards, stepping up towards maybe 6-8 rounders and things like that?
I am, aye. I'm the fittest I've ever been. I'm training hard. I'm looking forward to this on the 20th. So we'll see what happens after that. But I want to step the game up, like.
But everything going well ahead of it, yeah?
Oh, everything's going well. I train's going well. Everything.
And then next down the line we've got Darren Richardson making his...
Darren Surtees.
He's going to be boxing under Darren Surtees. His name's... Like, this happens in boxing, as you know, but Darren Surtees stroke Richardson making his debut.
Yeah. Aye.
Just had the all clear on the medicals today?
Yeah, everything's sound, so just fly and just get in and just get it out of the way. First one.
All systems go?
Yeah, out of the way, trained well.
And then we've got, next to Darren, we've got Tommy Ward, Thomas Patrick Ward as it is on paper. Any idea about opponents and what's happening for the fight?
Yeah, I mean, Neil told me the opponent's name. It's, who is it called again? Something like that. It's,
another high scoring in Scrabble, is it?
His opponents are good.
He's a good opponent, and it's going to be a good fight, really. You know, so looking forward to it. It's another one on the ladder. I've prepared well for it, and I'm looking forward to fighting that.
And how many rounds is it scheduled?
6 rounds.
6 rounder, yeah.
Yeah.
That's magic. We'll come back to Phil and we'll do that. We've spoken to Martin. We've got Tommy Conroy.
He's got Dan Wall on.
Yeah, so you've got Danny Wall on, making his debut. Tommy Conroy's obviously got a lot of history, Mr. North East Boxing, as Phil Jeffries calls him. So, how's things been going there with Danny?
Yeah, I think you've seen him that time.
Yeah.
And you've been down the gym and you like what you've seen, and he's making his first fight obviously next week, and I'm looking forward. He's giving me a buzz again. He's getting me back into the draft again, and he's a good fighter, and I'm sure you'll find out next week.
That's me. Thanks for that. Sam Best, you're fighting your 5th fight, and it's Andy Nailon.
Yeah.
What do you know about him?
It's tall. That's about it, really.
6'4", so it's about chopping the tree down. Is that right? That's really the plan. That's great. You've got your coach Matt Jobs there. How's everything been going in training in terms of progress rather than just this fight?
Progress absolutely massive. Sam's had a lot of good spawn for this one. He's been spawned with Jordan a bit, and he's been up to Scotland spawn with David Brophy. So he's had some top spawn for this fight. Progression is unbelievable. I mean, even Jordan and Imran himself will agree with me there. Sam's progression is absolutely fantastic at the moment. I'm looking for big things off Sam on the night.
He's got to keep it going as well. Great stuff. And at the end we've got the man who gave me such wonderful birthday wishes the other day, Mr. Bazzy Razak, 4-0-1. Looking to get back into the action. How's everything been going in preparation there, Bazzy?
Yeah, training's going well. Training hard as always. Just can't wait to be back in the ring, you know. Do what I do best.
Do you know you're fighting yet?
Got an opponent, he's a southpaw. Don't know much about him, but other than that, he's coming to fight, you know, and he's gonna get punched all over.
Them southpaws are good, you know, Baz.
Good, but my right hand lands every time, you know.
That's it. So coming back in towards the middle, we've got Neil Fannin, who's trainer of both the Ward brothers. So Neil, in terms of preparation for both guys, obviously we'll start with Tommy.
Yeah, he's trained very hard. He's trained harder than normal, really, because everything Martin's done, he's had to mirror in the gym. So, and he's had some real good sparring, and just looking forward to it. But I've been told the lad's last visit to this country, he fought Michael Roberts, who had 16 and won 16, and he got a draw with him. So over 6 rounds. So we are expecting a tough fight, which that's what we want for Tommy.
Yeah, at this stage.
He's ready for titles now. If it wasn't for being the same weight as his brother, we'd have had him forward for titles. So, you know, if you claim to be a contender sort of thing, you want to be in hard fights.
Yeah.
And that's what we've got for him.
Well, you've got to prepare yourself for those title fights with the test before those, haven't you?
Well, yeah, I'm a believer, me, that it's hard to win titles unless you're in fights where there's little dramas, where you suffer a few dramas in your career, little bits of knocks and bumps, and you know, and take a few heavy shots, and then it prepares you for the big nights.
Yeah.
And easy fights is not really preparing you.
No. So, like you say, preparing for the big nights, Tommy's brother Martin got his British title shot at the new weight.
Yeah, well, to be truthful, it's his proper weight,
yeah.
you know, and I know it, me saying that, you think, well, why was I putting him in at bantamweight? But, you know, we took a fight at bantamweight and seemed as though, you know, we opened a few doors and didn't want to and didn't want to carry on with them. But it was always a little bit of a struggle. But the super bantamweight is his natural weight, so you know.
Especially now that he's matured as well there now as well, it's like going into the weight.
Yeah. So, like truthfully, I never ever predict. I don't do anything, but I am expecting to win. You know, just, you know, it might sound arrogant, but I'm expecting to win. You know.
Well, you don't go in there to lose, Neil, that's for sure.
You know,
and I know you don't.
Definitely not, no.
And Phil Jeffries, final show of the year?
Final one of the year, next one March.
How excited? I mean, obviously, had a great 2015.
This is I think this is the biggest show me and Nails put on. You know? So
yeah.
It's massive, right? A British title. Obviously, it's cost us a few quid. Got our buttons on the line, but it's going to be worth it because I'm sitting with the two best super bantamweights in the country on this top tier, and I'm sure one of them's going to have a belt there next week. And this little fella, I'll guarantee you, this little fella will have one early next year. He'll have some sort of title, you know. So I'm pretty buzzing with mine and Nail's squad. We've got Thomas who's just won the Commonwealth title fight, you know. And obviously Sam Best. We've got the McClumfer in the Beastis. I just think it's going to be a cracking lineup, a cracking show, and I just want to keep giving them quality shows in public. 50-50 fights and a value for the money, you know. And I think you couldn't get a better lineup than this. Like I think we've got, is it 12 fights we've got on there? 12 bouts, aye. It's been all mishaps, you know. And like you say, we've got McClumfer, and I just think it's we've got all the top boys on, you know. And next year we're going to move up a level, me and we're talking about them. We're going to sponsor on board, so hopefully we maybe, if things go right, maybe have half a dozen champions next year, and then the cameras will have to come up here, you know, they can ignore us, you know.
Well, that was always the talk. The talk was 2015 was going to be a very big year for the region. It has been a big year for the region. We've had titles. The shows have got bigger. We're finishing with the biggest show of the year, and it only looks good at going ahead to 2016.
You see, there's a lot of the North East lads enough fight. You know, my lads will fight anybody. Like this fella, he's want to fight anybody. He hasn't had a fight. Neil's lads will fight anybody. Martin Ward will fight anybody. You know. The lads has got to fight. They want the public wants value for money. They want meaningful fights. Some of them want to be known as boxers, but they're not boxers. You know, they want lazy opponents. My lads, next year, my lads will fight anybody. You know, if they want lazy opponents, and I'm going to another promoter show, but I want quality fights and I want big fights for our shows next year.
There you go. You heard it there. Any other questions from the room, or do you want to go to individual interviews now? Yes. Okay, that's everything. Thanks everyone for coming along. And we'll see you at the show.